On my mind, I know Assemblyman Gallagher and Congressman Wolf's mind, we were looking way ahead. What's it going to be another 25 years here? Can we come back? Will we come back? And in all of you, that resolve was absolutely there. Much discouragement, much, well, I don't want to say hopelessness, but let's just look like it was a long way back in those times. But everybody pulling together, it means that we are on our way. And I can assure you from James and Doug and my perspectives that that focus has not diminished. And you, the Paradise and the Ridge, are still very much on people's minds, the interest that they have in all the things we're doing, including right this minute. I want to also commend all of the elected officials who are here with us today, and many who cannot be here today but so fully participated and are participating in the comeback. And you and the organizations that you've formed and founded for this very purpose, or ones that you've been around and involved in a long time, we're all working on this together.
And so today, you know, as we celebrate this accomplishment, it's just another block. And I say we've been building block by block to ensure the recovery and the comeback of this region. Senator Nielsen was just, you know, tremendous on this issue. As many of you know, he's got many different accomplishments under his belt in his time as a public servant and working in public policy. But I certainly saw just all the, you know, the different tricks isn't the right word, maybe, but, you know, all the different, the network that he has, the relationships that he has built over a career came in very handy in ensuring that this happens here today. And we saw that as we worked through this process, as we were working with different agencies and different people in the legislature. Each step of the way, we kept moving this legislation along.
But Senate Bill 156 gives us the ability to operate an emergency department on this campus. Now, that's just one step. We need to take the following steps now, which is understanding what this facility needs, making sure we make the investments necessary, as well as working with the federal government to get support from CMS to be able to operate this facility. But without the work that Senator Nielsen, Assemblyman Gallagher, and Governor Newsom did to make this possible, none of that would be possible. So from the bottom of my heart, I am so grateful to the state of California and to the local leaders who have been our partners and who have shown leadership through this entire journey for Adventist Health and the communities of Paradise. And so we look forward to taking those next steps with you.
I want to begin by echoing and reiterating, because I think it's important, the importance of the work that Senator Nielsen did and Assemblyman Gallagher did to bring us here today. That was just one of the things that they have done since the campfire. And I have been constantly amazed and pleased and thankful for their tenacious work beginning on November 8th of last year, following through all the way today, and I'm sure as we go forward that will continue. But I think it's a pretty remarkable thing, their tenaciousness and their willingness to work across political boundaries and across the aisle to do what needs to be done to benefit the residents of the community that I serve is an incredible thing, and I thank both of you for that great work. Thank you very much. It is certainly symbolic that less than a year after that event, this facility is reopening against some pretty incredible odds. We had to actually pass a law to make this happen. And I think it's symbolic because this is a place of healing. And given the fact that this is a place of healing, it is symbolic of the healing that our entire community is going through. And so I'm gratified and thankful and honored to be part of that as well. But more than symbolic, this is a critical piece of our public safety infrastructure. As you've heard, it certainly services those people who still live in the town of Paradise. They're my constituents. I am their sheriff as well. However, I'm the sheriff of the entire county, and I have many residents who live up in Magalia who need to have medical care, who need a place to go in an emergency. And so I am glad that this is open so that we can provide that kind of care to all of the residents of Butte County.
As the school superintendent, I know how critical it is for education on the Ridge. It was never a question of if we were going to return to the Ridge. It was always a question of when. And when people said, you can't come back up here, it can't be done, well, of course, then we said, watch us. And we very proudly came up. It took a lot of hoops, and it would not have been possible without our legislature. I spent a lot of time in Sacramento, and our governor has been wonderful to our community. Senator Nielsen, Assemblyman Gallagher, everyone has come through for our community. When I was asked about and learned about this Senate bill, it was like another piece of the puzzle just fit together.